everyone. And just like Nathan, we might be stringing you on, but we're still going to show up somehow, some way, because we're still here to talk Below Deck Med, season 9, episode 15. I am your captain, Sasha Joseph, joined with my co-host, our chief entertainment officer, the one with the biggest ego. I think that's Beyonce, but sure. Chappell is here.
Hey,
Welcome.
thank you, Sasha, for that. I don't know. Beyonce has a pretty big ego. I have a pretty big ego, but Ellie probably has the biggest ego that I've ever seen. So I'm very
I'm
excited to talk about
serious.
it.
Wow, I have so many feelings and I can't. I love it. I love it. And listen, I know we're late. It's on me. It's just I get a full-time job, y'all. Okay. It is what it is. Here we are. Y'all should know. Y'all should know us by now.
We made it.
Oh my
We're
god.
here. We're
Yep.
still live. A lot of times when we reschedule,
Exactly.
we have to record it and then just post
Yep.
it whenever. But we wanted to make sure we were able to bring this one live again because I think we're going to have a fun conversation about what happened in today's episode or the episode we're going to talk about today.
Exactly. Yeah, so I'm excited. I have so many feelings and so much confusion. So I can't wait to talk with you. Let's get through it. And yeah, I feel like it's time to just start and rip the band-aid off with Ellie. What the hell is going on?
It's too big, it's too wide, it's
It
too
won't.
strong, it won't fit. She's got a big ego, Sasha, and it's finally I think Aesha finally said it. Her
Mhm.
status is very important to her on the boat, and it all comes down to her wanting to feel like she's important, wanting to feel like she was the second
Yes.
stew. She says, I put the team on my back this season, okay? I felt like I carried, is what she said. And only to find out that when she watches this back, and I'm sure she's going to be one of those people who say,
Mhm.
oh, I don't watch the season back. I didn't need to see that. I lived it, blah, blah, blah. But she really needs to watch it back because she needs to find out how low on the pecking order she actually was when it came to
Mhm.
the ability to do her job well. And so this episode, we will see Ellie really confronted with what it looks like when you have an employee and a coworker who actually knows what they're doing and you're not,
Fair.
you're not so special for doing the bare minimum.
Oh my, I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's outrageous. I don't know how this person has gotten through, but we have seen her, I think online. She's like been posting some stuff about like, oh, production, you're so great, you're so this. So I think she's trying to get back into good graces. And like I said on Few Watch What Happens Live that I have stomached with Below Deck crew in general, because we know Andy don't care about them. That anyway, she's been like apologetic. She's understood that, oh, I didn't do so well, so she hasn't been unbearable there. But maybe I'm with Matt, because Matt Force in the chat says, I'm sorry, Ellie's iconic. When did it become a crime to be a beautiful delusional woman? And this episode, I said, if it wasn't her, what would we have had?
I mean, it's fair. We get a lot of just, what it looks like when the people on the boat can do their job pretty well.
Yes.
We've had so much drama with this person isn't good at this person isn't good at this. But in this episode, we got Breeze doing her color system that made her
Yep.
a lot better at her job, seemingly. And we brought in Carrie to pick up the slack where Ellie was lacking. And so, yeah, I would say that she isn't a problem necessarily, but she's giving us the little bit of TV that we're getting. Just the drama and this like cold war in her mind of her competing with Carrie for Aesha's, affection or
Yeah.
admiration, and also feeling like, hey, I'm being a little disrespected here. Let's make this about me a little bit more. And I don't understand why Aesha doesn't value my contributions. I don't like this. Maybe I'm going to stop trying as hard.
Mhm. Again, if that was you trying hard, I think we need to reevaluate this whole situation.
Oh, absolutely. But Sasha, that's not even the wildest thing she said in this
I
episode.
know.
Because Big T pointed out in the chat,
Yes.
at some point, she's gonna feel threatened by Carrie in another way. We will see that Joe has some eyes for Carrie, and she says to the camera, with her whole chest, no man in his right mind would turn down an incredible night with me. So it must be something else. He must not care about attractiveness or anything like that. Cause look at the material, okay? I said,
A
and that's
Lamborghini. A
right. And I
Lamborghini.
would I would Matt on this one. You can't beat this kind of television.
Yeah, that's what I think up until this episode, I'm not even joking. I've been like, oh, Ellie, get out of here. Boo, boo you, tomato, all of this. I don't know what happened, but I said, I need her.
Yeah.
We need a villain. I need like a delusional woman that's like, I have NFL players in my DMs. Who is this guy? Saying that on one hand, and then on the second hand, being in shambles because he won't look at her.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so perfect. You know, it took a long time for us to get here, right? To where we could
Yes.
really appreciate the delusional character we have in front of us. But you're right. These are the best type of reality TV players and characters. They get on the show and they tell us one thing and then go do something completely the opposite.
Yes.
And then they talk to us as if they have no clue what we're talking about. So as far as Ellie's concerned, this whole season, she's been the hottest commodity. Like you said, she's a Lamborghini. Joe would be
Yes.
crazy to turn down a night with her. But Sasha, this would only be what, the 5th or 6th time that Joe has turned down a night with her.
She asked him out on a legit date, not like a let's hook up and you didn't, show up and I'm left waiting in my bed overnight. No, it is you literally said, actually, I'm not interested in a date with you.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the new Lamborghini, maybe
New Lamborghini. Yeah.
newer model showed up,
Newer model. Yeah.
he said bye. I'm
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough because, like, on the one hand, Ellie's in hell, and I hate that for her, right?
yes.
On the other hand, she's way better of a character, of a television character now. Now that we know that, like, there's nothing you could really do to appease her. It's like she's going to give the bare minimum at work, and then she's going to automatically assume that she's the best thing that ever walked. It doesn't matter which girl walks through the door; she's the hottest thing that's ever walked in. When she told us, there's no way that Joe is into this woman's appearance because look at this. I was done. She said, he must just be after whoever will look at him and give him attention. And to
For
that, I say,
you.
Ellie, you have been giving this man attention and he is pushing it away. She's got to come back for next season now. She has to come back. I'm sorry. We need more Ellie.
Here's my question. We put only one can come out of the room. We put Nat, like Natalia,
Yes.
Kyle,
Oh,
and
God.
Ellie in one room.
See, this is where you're messing up. You need Kyle, Nat, and Ellie on the same season. Okay.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
need a whole season of them. Who, first of all, if you have those three, who is your chief stew?
The thing is, they're all none can be chief stew.
Somebody has to be chief.
No, that's the linchpin. That's the grenade.
They're all fighting for second place, is what it is. It's like if somebody needs to come in and say, okay, we don't have a second stew. We're going to work off of people's
no-caller.
Yeah. Like we're all the boss. We're leading by committee, Sasha. That would drive those people crazy.
Yes, but who's the best committee?
Right.
Which one would you say?
But realistically speaking, and you have to bring them in at different times.
Yes.
You have to bring in Ellie first. Okay, because she needs to think.
Yes, correct. That's
Then when she comes in, you have to tell Kyle, hey, we're very happy to have you because Ellie's not as experienced. Boom. And then just bring in Natalia for just like shits and giggles.
Natalia has to come in at the end. I agree because I think maybe is the most competent out of the three, and that's her linchpin. Is that she's like, but I'm really good at this, and look at these two.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm telling you, if they don't piss Ellie off with this edit, right? Like if she's a good sport about it, or if she just is completely delusional about it, we gotta bring her back.
Who knows?
Yeah, we gotta bring her back with a crazier stew. Bree is child's play. You know what I'm saying? Like Bree,
yes.
Oh, she's kind of after the same guy. She's not great at laundry. That's nothing. We need to bring in a stew who is definitely looking for that kind of attention from whatever guy is on the boat, and also somebody who is going to be a little bit more combative with Ellie. I think we have the makings of like a potential all-star hero below deck.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I think Ellie gotta come back. Oh no, chat is going crazy. But Thundercats, first of all, what? Throw Gary in the mix. Ellie will jump off the boat.
Yeah. See,
I think
that's
Gary sticks with one person.
yeah. Ooh, bring in our bosun
Luca.
Luca. Bring in Luca. Let Luca chill. Let him do his thing. Luca
Hmm.
would have these people in shambles. We don't have, like you said, our bosun is really our weak point in this season because
Yeah.
Ian is just not giving us any type of, like, we need another person. I'm sorry, it's too late in the season for me to be saying this, but can we switch out Ian with somebody a little bit messier, a little bit
Someone
more?
with a pulse, bro.
Yeah.
Someone with a pulse.
Has he had a confessional in the last 2 episodes?
If he had, I did not notice, but I don't believe he has. Because
Yeah.
his old shtick is he don't talk.
Right. He doesn't say anything. Nobody wants to flirt with him. And then on top of all of that, um, we only see him getting yelled at. So when
Yes.
things are bad, they talk about Ian. When he's decent at his job, nobody says anything. The docking in this episode was great. Nobody said anything about it. They
Mhm.
just said, "Yep, it was a very tight spot. It looked like everything went well." They didn't even dwell on it. Captain said Andy didn't walk over. He didn't. She didn't. We didn't get a confessional from Ian saying, I've gotten better this season. I think things are running smooth. We don't care. He doing the bare minimum, and we're like, it's fine.
Exactly. Exactly. See, that's the thing. And now chat has done the perfect casting because we have Vicky who says, bring on Ellie, Kyle, Natalia, of course. And then for Chiefs to throwback Adrian from season 1 OG.
Yes,
Yo.
I'm seeing Joao for Bosun in
Yes, that
the
was gonna
chat
be
as
my
well.
correct.
That's my boy. Bring him back. Bring him
Below
back.
deck, below deck, below stars.
It's like all stars, but
Toxic, all
yeah, toxic all stars.
all
Exactly.
hate.
Yeah,
Below deck, all hate. And Zach said this a little bit before, but I wanted to bring it up now. Do we think Aisha's gonna let Ellie know that she's a trash too? Here's the thing. I beg that it doesn't happen. I want to know your thoughts, but I beg that it doesn't happen so that we get below deck, below star.
No, I agree. I think
Yes.
that, yes, we would love to see Ellie kind of have to reconcile with the idea that she's not as good as she
Hmm.
thinks she is. As reality TV fans, we love a big humbling moment for one of the characters, especially somebody who's put in like a villain
Yeah.
archetype. And I think Ellie kind of falls in that. Not necessarily a villain, but she's
Yeah.
kind of that person right now. However, she's way more compelling if she just doesn't understand. If she doesn't get
Yes.
it, if she doesn't know, if she comes back and she's like, I was the second stew. It's me. I carried the boat. Without me, what would we have done?
And she's like,
Bree wasn't doing nothing.
Natalia, she was the
Right.
third stew, wasn't
Right.
she? Before
I
Umi
was
and Kyle showed up?
right. I was a second. Are you crazy? I'm basically the second best, That's what I need. And so I hear you, Zach, but also
And
we
you're
gotta keep this
correct, but
energy.
that's what a good manager and managerial, offboarding would look like, but no. Okay, we don't want that.
No.
No. Okay, we don't want that. And yeah, Zach says again, thank you, that his sole confessional was that it's harder to dock that night. And then Valerie with the slam dunk. Ian is like one of the unseen engineers.
But he is, because we know there are
The
other
best
people on the
assistant.
boat. We know there are other
Mhm.
people on the boat, but they know they are seen, not heard, and a lot of times they're not even seen. Ian has slipped into the role of he's not even seen that much. At best,
And
he's
we
like
know he's not being heard.
right, and no one's saying anything about him. It just feels like we just dropped the ball with Ian. I think that he made a move. I'll give him that to try to get in like Ellie's good graces, because I think at that point his confessional interviews started getting shorter and shorter. He's like, okay, I got to pull something out of my hat. But instead, this is where we've gotten. So I'd be shocked to see him in a future season of Below Deck, unless
Mhm.
they just need a warm body.
Ugh, even then, I feel like we have enough mess.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
till enough messy guys that still can do their job over Ian. Hell, bring Nathan back. or
I,
Joe.
Joe. Oh, definitely
Eyebrows,
Joe.
come back.
Definitely Joe. Look, Joe is walking drama, for everything from the women that he's trying to pursue,
Mhm.
his bromance that he has with Nathan, and how that potentially is interfering with his Nathan's relationship with Gael. Joe, I think this season Joe has solidified himself as one of my faves when it comes to
Yeah.
just drama, because he can't help himself. It's like he presents nice guy, like, oh yeah, I totally understand, blah blah blah. And then the
Nice
moment
guy
another
trademark, there's
right,
a
right, yeah.
difference.
He's definitely like he's presenting that. He's like, I'm trying to show
Mhm.
you one thing, but behind that mask, he's like diabolical, and I kind of like it. So I need more of the Joe. I just don't think Ian's gonna be able to stick it out. Once they decide to promote Joe to Bosun, then it's a wrap. There, why would we need an Ian?
Let's do it. And let Gail for Bosun. How about that?
Yes. Now, Gail for Bosun would have been fun, especially with someone like Joe. Like next time you bring them back, put them on the same boat, but give Gail the Bosun job over Joe. See what happens.
Because what's going on? What's going on here with my notes literally say I don't understand what's happening. I watched it. I even read up recaps to make sure I'm not, like it's just it's not my brain can't compute the jealousy that this
Mm.
man feels for this girl because she's being intimate in whatever way because I don't know if they've had sex. But she gets to kiss his friend. Kiss your friend if you it's that hard. Don't take it out on the girl.
Do you think it's jealousy for sure?
What do you mean? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
It's
I'll,
like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. They're like this, where
oh yeah.
Matt Damon hates every girl Ben Affleck dates or is married to.
Yeah. I think I saw Matt Damon and
Weird.
J Lo had a
Yeah,
recently had a long
exactly.
conversation.
Did you
Like
see J Lo's face? Yeah. He's
they
like,
had to sit
I
down and
love
talk
him
about it.
more.
Look, he's like, you don't know him like I know him. Sure, y'all were married and all this other stuff, but I know him better.
Yes.
I don't know. So to me, Joe and Gail, obviously they talk, and Gail does bring up. She's like, I love Gail because she's
Yes.
straightforward. She said, "Hey, why are you being a dick? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Period.
what's going on? What's happening here? Why are you acting like this?" And Joe's
Mhm.
like, "What? What do you mean? I'm not doing anything." And she's like, "You're always doing this. You're always." I mean, she just goes down the list of
Yes.
things, and he's
Yes.
like, "Oh well, damn. You don't think you're a bit paranoid?" She's like, "Nope. These are the things you're
Gaslighting.
doing."
That's
He
you.
I think he might be gaslighting himself. I think like it's one of those
Oh,
things
I
where
didn't think not you get
I
no, you're giving men too much. I
I
don't like
I
it.
listen, someone has to here. And so I think that for me, I think Joe does not think he's doing that stuff on purpose. I think it's happening because of,
Mm.
probably one, internalize a lot of misogyny that he probably has
Yes,
grown up with that
yes,
you gotta shake. It's probably just
correct.
like it's a guy thing. We have it. Not to excuse it, it's just a thing that we gotta deal with, right? So he's probably got that going on. He's also dealing with a woman in a space that is not typically represented. So he's probably trying to figure out how to navigate that. Again, not giving him a
Mhm.
pass, just saying it's something that's probably he's not that skilled at dealing with. And then this woman is also tied to his best friend and so because of that, there are layers, right? And so it's a lot. Not to get again, not giving him a pass. I'm just saying there's a lot going on his side to where I think jealousy is like almost oversimplifying it.
Yeah,
Now, you
100%.
could be right though. It could just be jealousy,
No,
but I just think
I
that
think
there's so many
you're
layers.
right that maybe in his mind he's nice guy, but we know it's nice guy trademark. So that equals, I think, him being like, "Well, why does Gail feel any type of
Yeah,
way about me?"
I'm the nice guy. I'm
Yes,
helping her. I'm
that's
teaching
what I
her.
think.
I'm going out of my way.
Mhm.
I made a joke about her and she can't handle it, but she doesn't want to be called princess. Which one is it? Like
Correct, correct.
he's very much like, why do you feel this way if I'm giving you all my Joe-isms? And honestly, to be fair to Joe, Gail probably looking at him crazy anyway because she know how he been treating the women all season. So
Yeah, that ding, 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 ding. Because then, and Zach asked this in the chat too. Did Nathan flop by not telling Joe off when he was bitching? I don't think Nathan needs to be knight in shining armor, but I do think that maybe helps Joe check his ridiculousness. And it's internalized whatever you want to say, and he obviously respects Nathan more than he does Gail. So I do think there's a way that men in your life can step in as allies. Like, I don't think he needs to be like, da da da, lay off my girl. He just needs to be like, is everything okay? Why are you being kind
Mhm.
of rude to Gail? Like, she's fine.
Yeah. Um, and then that's the other thing too, right? Like, how often are either of them talking and giving their sides to Nathan? Because
Mhm.
he sounds like he wants out of it. Like, y'all handle it. It's got nothing to do with me. So we'll see that Joe runs immediately to him and is like, I just don't think she likes me. You know, there's got to be
Yes.
something going on with her. So he's hearing that, and then when he sees Gail, he's like, so is everything okay? And it's not like they talk about she'll say he's a prick to me, but they're not like they all are having in-depth conversations about what's really going on here. I think he's trying to not be in it so much that maybe it's getting to the point where he should really say something. If nothing
Yeah.
else,
Yeah.
say leave me. I don't want to hear it, because it does feel like by not saying anything to combat what Joe is talking about, it's like encouraging him in a way, right? Like if somebody's coming with you with the incorrect information and you let them believe it, then you're part of the problem. When you could easily be like, I don't think that's it. And so
Yes.
I don't know. I don't really have an issue with Nathan not doing anything, but I do think that if these are people that you really care about, you probably should do something.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Well, I feel like there is a little bit of a happy medium somewhere where he needs to come in. Gail can hold her own. Gail is
Mhm.
dragging him to hell and back. And I think that's what he can't handle, right? There's folks that sometimes when the mirror is held up to them, they just, instead of holding any accountability, it's like, well, what did I do? You just become kind of dopey. And I hate
Mhm.
those people because and they're gonna put it back on you. Shut up. Like, get out of here, dude.
Yeah, and it sucks too because Joe does apologize. He's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't want it to come off like that. I didn't mean for it to come off like that. I was not my intention. I apologize." Right? And so you want to say that's sincere, and then you get the interview right after him going, "Yeah, I think she's
Mhm.
paranoid. I think something like she must not like me. There must be something else going on
It
here."
has to be her. I'm God's gift to earth.
I
That's what I
mean,
get.
so
That's what the
it's
damn stews are making him feel. Stupid.
yeah. I mean, again, it might be a part of that too. The fact that these stews are falling all over him. Miguel's like, could never be me.
Mhm.
No disrespect to you, Sasha, but I know you. You would be like, y'all, you would be overcorrecting for them.
Yeah,
Like, because you're a girl's girl.
unfortunately.
So you're like, hey, we hate you. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from them, get a job. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I
And
unfortunately do get the ick for other people.
yeah, for
It's
other
bad.
people. And I feel like there's a lot of that Gail has sat by and witnessed that she's like,
Mhm.
I don't like you. Just I don't like the way you move. I hate the way that you walk, all that good stuff. But at the same time, like, don't be coming at me because I'm not one of them. I'm not Bree. I'm
That
not Ellie.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
try it. So I think she might have her guard up too. There's a lot.
For
I
sure.
think there's a
Yeah,
lot
okay.
going
I
on.
think that's fair. I think that's a fair point that anything he says, maybe it's not gonna land well with her. And he is just being weirdly passive aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinks he's being the knight in shining armor for his boy when it's not
Mm-hmm.
necessary. So I don't know. I don't know that there will be a nice, wrap this up in a bow moment. I just think they're gonna be like, we have one more charter left. Agree to disagree. We're gonna stay out and just everyone do your job.
I mean, that's interesting, but you know, I saw Nathan saying that he'd be willing to go on vacation with Gail after this is all said and done. How is he gonna do that if he gonna be in Prague with his boy?
Let's get okay. I really don't know what happened. When I tell y'all, I say, oh, I'm supposed to host the podcast. And I don't understand.
So
Oh my god. These here's the thing, girls. Just can't trust these men.
see, the overcorrection has started. Sasha, like, I'm stepping in.
No,
I'm
because
talking to
why
all the
did
women
he
out there.
do that to her? Because first of all, I still don't even know what happened. Next thing you know, like Nathan's plans are changed because he's like, "Oh, I'm not playing the field," right? He's even said before, right? "Oh, I'm so into her. I get the romantic stuff now. I understand. I would take my jacket off, put it over a puddle for her." Hey,
Mhm.
what happened?
I mean, the thing about a bromance is it's a two-way street, you know. And so you hear like, yeah, I have time to go to Prague with this girl to see what that's like to work out what we're doing. But also, I got an established alliance here, and he wants to
Yeah.
go, you know, he wants to go to Dublin. I guess I'm gonna go to Dublin, you know. So I love this so much. I love it so much because you can see the like life flashing before Gail's eyes as she's looking at this idiot. Like
That's it.
him and his best friend are like, guess where we're going on vacation? And she's like, really? That's weird because I thought he was going on vacation with me. And I'm like, nope, with us. Like, it'll be
No,
the two of us.
that's what I'm saying. Cause like I get it. Okay. He drunkenly booked a $16 flight to Ireland. Again, the thing Chappelle does. No,
No, seriously. You see, I'm not pushing
yes.
back.
And you have Ty, who's like your anchor and correct person. This dumb, it's like a Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Oh, two dumb bitches saying exactly. That's all it is. That's
Exactly.
the problem. And even
Exactly.
in in the chat even says, right, like not only has Gail been watching Nathan talk and treat other girls
Joe.
disrespectful. Sorry, Joe. But the thing is, I believe Nathan is getting caught up in this. We're
Mm,
guilty by association. So I personally believe that she's like, hey, you're doing this, right? And you have this friend that I already don't like. And now this friend is making you quote unquote doing dumb stuff.
mhm.
And I don't
Yeah.
like it.
He's a bad influence now. And so yeah, she's definitely not feeling it anymore. I love this so much. More of this. Give me this all season. Are you crazy? This is my type of
So good.
TV.
And I said, why wasn't the $16 flight in the middle of the season?
Right. You should have been booked this flight. I'm sorry. This is so good. I agree. I think that some of the ick that Nathan has on him is starting to rub off onto to Joe has
Yes.
on him is starting to rub off on Nathan. And she's looking like, why are you even friends with this dude? He's an asshole to me.
Yes.
You know, like I feel like there's some of that going on. But here's what I
Mhm.
think the bigger issue is. I think
Yes.
that the tears come from the fact that she has not grieved the relationship she just jumped out of. You know what I'm
Fair,
saying?
fair.
She hopped out of one relationship because she said, I didn't feel valued. I didn't feel like I was priority. Bet. She goes to Nathan. I feel like I'm a priority. I feel valued. Oh, really? Well, how do you feel now that he's going on a different vacation? Huh? What?
And you're
The room
not
is
even
spinning
worth
again.
$15.
The room is spinning now. So
You're
now
not
it's like,
worth
wait,
$17. You're worth 16. Nope.
yeah. So she's looking like I left one thing to come to this because I thought the grass was greener over here, but now I'm finding out this grass is brown too. What the hell? And to
The
that I
grass
say,
is green where you water it.
listen, you should have left the first thing and
Yes.
then just been single, but process all of that. So you
Or
aren't
date
breaking
on the
down.
boat, but don't make
Right.
plans
Don't
for
make
after.
plans. Just take it slow. But she was so looking for that attention that he was giving her, that extra, like, taking her into
Yes.
consideration. And boom, now she's in too deep because while she's out there crying, Aesha, she's crying in her arms, they're having a
Yup.
girls moment. The boys are inside hanging upside down from the bunk beds like
Like
some idiots.
monkeys.
I thought this was so perfect because it's just like what she's doing and what
Yeah,
he's doing.
yeah. No, it's that he's probably cheating on me,
He's
and what
probably
he's
cheating and
doing.
he's just hanging upside down with his friends. Right. And she outside bawling. This is like, you should have taken time to get your life
Yeah,
together.
which is I feel like Split Fries media is kind of trying to say, right? Like she can't be that serious with a boyfriend. She's gonna hook up with Nathan on the first night. Do it. Just hook up. That ladies, it's okay to
It's
be
not
the F
okay.
boy.
It's not okay.
Use
It's
and
literally not okay.
throw.
It's not
You
okay.
don't need to collect every broken toy.
It's not okay. This woman was in a committed relationship and she was like, infidelity? What? Yep, sure. And so because of that, she's now found herself in shambles. It's like when you cheat on something that was solid with something that's new and shiny, you realize, damn, that
Stupid.
solid thing, it seemed like it was bad. But now that I've stepped away from it, it actually isn't
Yeah.
that bad.
And the chat was asking this like early, right? Is Nathan really gonna fumble Gail? I'm so confused.
I love it. I love it.
Everyone has lost it, guys. That's
I
the
don't know if
thing.
Nathan is fumbling Gail, but I also think it was too fast. We talked about this. She was just crying over this one guy, and then the next day she's like, "Well, I guess I can see when that." No, slow down, because you don't know what Nathan is. You know what he's presenting to you right now, right?
But
On
the
the
thing is, Nathan, Carrie asked, asked him, "Are you gonna invite Gail to Dublin?" He said, confident, "She's coming with me."
That's exactly what she wants. She wants to be the third wheel with the guy that she hates. You know,
How are
like,
you a third in a couple?
I mean, it's a throuple now. Yeah,
It's
like
not.
it is. It
They're
is.
the couple. She's the third wheel.
Well,
Listen,
it happens.
as the girl that always somehow gets caught on two boys and me, like always every
Sasha.
friendship I have is like this.
Oh, friendship. I said, Sasha,
Yes.
no, hold
Whoa.
on. This is a
Whoa, whoa,
daytime
whoa.
podcast. What are you
Whoa,
talking
whoa, whoa, whoa.
about?
Friendship. Friendship.
So, Sasha, what you got going on?
Nothing. Stop. As the person that's always with two guy best friends, and then somehow I end up being in that friend group. Don't do it, girl. It's
Look,
not worth
it listen, hanging out with a bromance, it's fun. You can have a good time as long as you're not interested in one of the bromance,
Oh,
because that's when the drama starts. If you thought you were going to get more attention than the other bro in the romance, you're
ladies,
fighting
we
a
lose every time.
you're fighting an uphill battle.
Why did the viewers go up? I don't
Because they know we out here airing our business out. But listen, that you can be a friendship with a romance, but you can't assume that you're gonna be in that number 2 spot. That's all I'm saying.
doubling down.
Doubling down. Oh my
Done
god.
dirty by discount.
The $16 flight. I'm sorry, Sasha, I'd have booked that flight so fast.
Oh, I know you would have. Are you kidding me?
I'd have been like, hey lady, I looked up the flights to Prague. They weren't $16. I don't know.
I'll
Listen,
meet you in Prague.
we can come back. Prague and Dublin can't be that far, right? You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Listen, there's not that conversation on Twitter that we're gonna have America versus Europe.
Right.
The thing is, girls, use and throw, and then when you use, those razors that are supposed to be use and
That's
throw,
a
and then you
disposable
use them.
razor.
Yeah, the disposable razors that you end up using for more than once. That's what has happened. And then it cut you. Why? Because it was supposed to be a one-time use razor, and you used it more than once, and
And now
you're
you got
dumb.
tetanus. Yeah.
Yep, for $16. I'm
so
glad
funny.
you subbed too. Split price.
I'm looking. I need to find out how long these flights are from Prague to Dublin, because I really feel
they're
like
listen, Dublin is a little bit farther than
because I
as
feel
someone that
like
was just in Europe. No, I'm just kidding.
right, you were just there. Listen, I just feel like you have to now say, all right, this is Chappell in this situation.
Yeah.
I can do both. Why are you tripping? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, we know that's what you would say.
yeah,
This way,
what?
ladies, don't. No.
My first instinct was, damn, why she crying? He can go to Dublin first and then come kick it in Prague. Why she chill?
And what I'm gonna do in Prague? Twiddle my thumbs?
I mean, she was going to Prague anyway, right? Like wasn't that the idea? She was going to Prague, and he was like, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool if
I made a plan and I changed it for you, and then you changed the plan up on me? Impossible.
Did she change the plan?
Scram.
I feel like her itinerary could still be the same. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, it better be the same, because guess what, Gail? You hot as hell. All right? Look how you look. Girls that look like you, what's in She's the Man? Girls with asses like mine don't talk to boys with faces like yours. That's what she needs to say to him and move. And guess what? Prague has some beautiful men. She's this tall, smart, beautiful woman. Are you kidding me? What's the issue?
Blah, 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 blah. Gail, you know what to do. You know what to do, Gail. Stick it out. Stay down, 10 toes down for your new man. Wait till he get done with his bromance and come kick it with you. You be all right. It's okay.
What the heck?
You know what to do, Gail. You fight for your love.
This is not a trad wife. Okay, Gail. Okay, you are no trad wife. We don't do this. All right? That is just good on TikTok. It's not in reality.
Hey man, I told you I was like, there's just so many layers to the Gael and
It's
Jono.
outrageous. Also, the cheapest flight I found for 2 days, Prague to Dublin, but whatever. It's $81 on Ryanair, which is like their Spirit.
Mm,
At this point, girl,
mm.
book that $16 flight and
Uh,
go.
look, Gail, it's okay. Your future boyfriend has a bromance, and that's fine. Look, because
You don't wife up men like this, girl. What is wrong with everyone?
it's not even that. It's
Oh,
to
and
me.
Dublin to Prague, more expensive.
Oh yeah,
See,
that's tough.
don't do it. Drop him.
Yeah. So I think that I really do think that in a normal relationship this could happen. This could work out, right? But I do feel like the move from the previous boyfriend over to the Nathan situation was too quick,
Mhm.
right? I feel like she didn't
Yes,
have time to
yes.
really establish that and heal from that idea that I need that type of like validation and attention from somebody, right? Like I need
Mhm.
to be a priority because like you can feel obviously everybody feels like they need to be a priority to some extent,
Yes.
but if that's a hurt, there's like a wound that you're not trying to nurse, are you nursing it or are you just hopping over to the next thing hoping that that'll plug that one thing that you wanted, right? And you focusing on that one thing could leave you vulnerable to other hurts. I feel
Yes.
like all that happened very quickly because she didn't heal. That said, she's also trying to wife up a guy who is on vacation essentially. I mean, they're at work,
Exactly.
but
That's
he out
my
here on a
point.
party trip with his best friend. This is not the time. If you really want to make an impact, go on that trip. Go on a trip.
No.
No, seriously, Sasha. Listen, if you
Leave
can
him.
go on that trip with them, be the third. But if you can ease your way into the middle of that, oh, he'll never drop you. Are you kidding me? He can have his cake and eat it too. You'll be there tapped
Listen,
in.
that's the correct thing to do, but
Mhm.
why? Wha Are you playing Big Brother? That you need to sit here and figure out how am I gonna work myself in these alliances? No, I'm
Get in
having
there.
sex with you, so I'm number 1.
I mean, look, if you go on a trip and have sex with him, you're gonna look. I'm not saying he gonna immediately
Absolutely.
drop the
I know
bromance.
you're lying
I'm
now.
not saying he's gonna drop the bromance. What I'm saying
Yeah.
is, it probably will work in your favor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, like, if how bad do you want to go to war? Is what I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? Like, do
That's
you
what I'm
want to
saying,
fight
and I'm
this
saying,
fight?
"No,
Sasha's saying
no."
be above it, and I'm saying you could get in the
Yeah.
trenches, Gail. How bad
I
do
mean,
you want
listen,
this?
you can, but she's not built
You don't
tough.
think she got it? You
She's
don't think
not
she can do
Ford.
it? Yeah,
She's
she's not
not
built for it
built.
tough.
She's just not. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I just feel like she's very sweet, very mindful, very demure. She's just sweet.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
feel that sweet girls shouldn't get into the ring.
yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Now, if
You're
it were
right.
me, would I do yes? Because to me,
So,
this would be a game.
yeah,
And I
not
think
to
I would
change.
end up breaking up with everyone.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Not to change the subject, but
Yes.
if this was Carrie, Carrie would do what needs.
Yes.
I feel like
Now
Carrie would
I'm
do what needs
in.
to be done. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
I'm in.
Carrie, go on that trip and fuck it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Now it's fine. That's what I'm saying. You have to know who your players are. If it's Carrie, okay, fine. I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
I
You're
kind of
right.
trust it.
Let's
I
do it.
kind of trust it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Carrie's toxic, but she knows she's toxic. She's
Mhm.
like, hey, normally I like a little banter, but it goes too far sometimes. I can acknowledge
Yes.
that. I said, okay,
Yes.
listen, that's the type of energy you want. If you go
Correct.
get in the ring, you need a Carrie type now. Carrie could be talking a big game. And we're starved for somebody to be the carry. You know what I'm saying? So we might be looking for somebody to fill that hole as well. But
Who's our F girl messiah?
right, we're looking for somebody to come in and shake the table. So maybe, but based on what she's telling us, I want to trust her with this role. I think that if it was
Yeah.
Carrie, Carrie goes in
Firstly,
here.
from what we know, I'll
Yeah,
allow Carrie to book another $16 flight.
yeah.
I'll allow her to go on. But Casey did ask in the chat, Chappell, if Nathan gets out of this and Gail is with Gail, right? Like as in they come out together, is he above Luca in the city boyfriend?
No, he's not. So Luca is a menace, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Luca is not out here. He's not out here to make friends. He's actually just out here to play aloof. That's his thing.
Correct.
Like, I don't understand why everybody's in love with me while also flirting with everybody who walks by. Everybody with a pulse, right? That's Luca. Nathan is giving like this energy of just like he wouldn't mind being a one man woman, one woman man. I guess
Mhm.
he don't mind that. he just got this bromance that's distracting him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the bad influence over there is like waving, and he's got like the angel on his shoulder and the devil on his shoulder, right? And Joe is the devil on his shoulder. He keeps looking over at Joe like, but he's having so much fun. You know, he's doing all this other stuff. And
Exactly.
Gail's trying to pull him into like, but don't you want to be a boyfriend? And he's like, I do, right? But dang, don't you want to hang off the bunk beds as well? You know, and so I think I think Luca is still like our supreme, you know. But I think right under him, I think Nathan. I think if anybody's making a move for that next
Mhm.
level in the City Boy rankings, you're looking at Joe. If Joe comes out
Yeah,
of this
yeah.
unscathed, him and Carrie date for a little
Because
while and
Joelle
they
and
move
Gary, the
on.
problem is, like, they just are toxic. Like, so it's just
Yeah,
it's not fun to play with those toys. But
right.
Joe Joe,
Yeah.
Luca, oh my god, what is Chief Entertainment Officer? Not me forgetting his name.
Oh, Culver.
Culver, oh my god.
Yeah.
These are the boys. I mean, Culver is, like, lover boy, but and
Yeah.
then he isn't anymore from what he did to
Mhm.
Sheffy, let's never forget. But, it's just these are the boys that you wanna like because 'cause they're nice enough.
Yeah. See, in order for Nathan to move up the City Boys rankings, he has to get he has to get Gael to go on the trip with him and his
Yeah.
bro. If Gael goes as the third wheel to that Dublin trip, and he maintains that, oh yeah, my boy is that boy Nathan. I have to give him a standing ovation at that point because Gail, you crazy if you go on that trip. Are you silly? Don't be silly. Don't go on that trip. Shut that down. Yeah, she could come with us. What? Are you kidding me? Now, on the flip side, Gail, if you get him to back out of that trip to go with you to Prague, Queen. You know
Oh,
what I'm
then
saying?
it's
Like
over for you,
it's
Ho.
over.
Yeah,
I would have to bow down at the altar to
correct,
Gail at that point because
correct.
he played a dirty
Here's
game.
what yeah, and I will say the OG Bravo F boy. There are many, but for me, someone that like I genuinely felt like a tingle shudder down my spine, rather, and a tingle. That's why it's confusing because you're like, wait, kind of hot. Is Alex from Martha's Vineyard? That's
Gotcha.
the final boss.
Yeah, he's playing aloof. He might
But
actually
the
even be
Southern
aloof.
Charm boys are like F boys, and they're also fun and they're messy, like Shep, especially because you never know. But Alex, oh my
Yeah.
god,
Yeah, Alex is the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like these women, they think, and he's doing everything that you say that you
yep,
want, right? I want
yep.
somebody to be upfront with me. Okay, cool. You know,
He's
somebody
quiet with
he's
it. These
quiet,
like
mysterious.
Joe, Nathan, they're like they have feelings. They're passionate. They're like never even
Yeah,
keel, make you look crazy.
there are levels. Yeah, we should have did like
Yeah.
a stock. I'm telling you, we
Yeah,
should have did a
that's what
stopwatch.
Casey said, yeah. Can we get City Boy rankings?
Yeah, I mean, right now you got your boy Luca is at the top.
Yeah, yeah, he
Yeah,
can
but
go.
like I said, Joe is pretty high up too. Again, he's managing to get through this unscathed. We saw in
Yes,
this
that's
episode.
the thing. The girls are pining for him still.
They still want it. They see what he's doing and they can't stop. And I think that's if you're watching Big Brother, it's like the opposite. It's what Leah has, right? With
Yes,
with
simp
with
army.
exactly. He has an army of simps. It just looks different because they're
Yes.
women. And so we even saw Ellie and Bree bonding over that and being like, you know what? We don't need him. We never need like that. Bree was really trying to be there for Ellie. But this is after Ellie shooting her shot and getting shot down again. You know what I'm saying? She basically got left for dead at the bar while he went and flirted with Carrie. Ellie, we've been through this. You're
Stand
not winning
up.
the fight.
Oh my god. And this is why Zach was asking, right? Like, should Gail flirt with Joe to break him and Nathan up? It never works.
Oh
Don't
no,
do it.
that ain't gonna work. Cause that ain't gonna work. Joe already don't like her either. Oh yeah, that ain't gonna work.
And she has an ick from him.
Yeah,
So
that ain't gonna
no.
work. That ain't gonna
Yeah.
work. The other thing Ellie did in this episode that was interesting is that she did try to, maybe throw a little thought in Joe's game when it came to Carrie. She told Carrie,
Mhm.
"Hey, just so you know, Bree and I had some tension over Joe, and so that all ended, and it was, whatever. But I still have love for him."
Yes.
Ellie said, "I still have love for him." And I knew at that
Dumb,
moment that she was
idiot,
still in the trenches. I
stupid.
said, "Oh," I said, "You still down bad, babes." I because I thought earlier in the season, I thought we were done with him, right? I thought we were moving on. What? How could he look past all of that, you know? And like, yeah, obviously, you don't want to chase after a guy like that. But she had the opportunity to completely wash her hands of him and say,
Yep.
"Carrie, have at it." But instead, she said, "But I still kind of, you know, I don't like him, but I
Yeah.
still kind of like." I said, "Oh yeah, Ellie, you
No, no,
down?"
the thing is, if you're not like Gail having full on ick, then stupid, dumb,
Yeah.
useless.
Nope. She couldn't even let it go. You know, I
Yeah.
think it's such a
She's
contrast to what
still, like,
happened.
calling herself Lamborghini, and here's the thing, she's, putting up all the tanner on her, and next thing you know, she oops, drops some on Carrie.
Now, Sasha, was this warfare?
That's that's
Was this
so
a fight?
horrible. I yuck, yuck, yuck.
Was it Sasha?
I think she was very apologetic, but was it,
Was it
um
warfare, Sasha? Was this a subtle shot at your biggest enemy? Because you know, I'm not it's not lost on me that she told she told us that Joe was going after anybody who gave him attention because how could you pass up
yeah.
on I said, it sounded like you said Carrie is unattractive. That's what it's coming off. Like it's coming off a little haterady, you know.
Maybe
So
she's telling, maybe she's like, here, maybe if you put a little tan, it might be
yeah, she just like kind of like wasted her drink on her. Like, oops,
right? Well,
sorry.
now
Oh my
that would be
god.
I do believe would be warfare.
So
This
the
one I just
tanner wasn't.
but there was a lot of tanner that she just but I don't know because I don't
Oops.
self-tan. So,
Okay. How often
ladies
have you
that
thrown
self-tan
something on somebody though?
okay, unfortunately, more than you think.
No, or maybe just the same the exact amount that I think, knowing you.
Listen, I do watch Love and Hip Hop.
It didn't come off like warfare to me at first, but when you were repeating it back, I said,
That's
huh,
what I'm saying. Because my notes said, "Why did she say all of those things?" And then now this tanner has been dropped.
oopsie.
Because I think it was on her glove. I don't again, I don't know self-tanning, please tell me,
She said,
but
"Oh
I got it.
no, that's gonna stain. I'm so sorry. Oh my
And she's like, "I don't
god."
care. My clothes are dirty anyway." And she probably in her mind, "And Joe gonna take them off any."
And he ain't gonna care. Oh man, I would again. I think Ellie is a better character if it was on purpose.
Yes.
Yeah, if it was on
I
purpose and we
promise.
saw
No.
her do it on purpose, but then she got in the diary room or the confessional or whatever and said it wasn't on purpose. Why are people mad at me? I would literally just be like,
Yeah.
sorry, name the show after Ellie. That's the type of character I love on my television screen.
Because I don't think she means it, but, like, because I was reading these one of these, like, recaps, and they said Ellie's, like, the person in a group project that assigns themselves to be the leader, like, when she was doing
Mhm.
the all the decor, and and what's crazy is, like, she's saying that, and then she does the least amount of work.
Mhm.
That's her in the group project, and I was like, "Yeah, I think I agree." Then unfortunately, Ellie's so threatened that she has Gary, like, doing all kinds of stuff except her job, and I'm just like, "Girl, be serious."
Yeah. Ellie is bold to go and tell us that she feels so threatened. I would never let those words leave my mouth. Is that somebody came in and they're the new, like, oh yeah, like this is the new person I see getting all this attention in work. I would be like, thank God they're here. I'm not gonna work harder. You know, like I'm gonna just chill. This is great.
Mhm.
This person wants to go above and beyond. Am I getting a pay raise? If I do, obviously not. Let's chill, whatever. But to come in and just blatantly say out loud, even if I feel like it, but to come in
Yeah,
and come and say out loud, I don't know what it is about Carrie, why Aisha's all of a sudden so taken with her, why she would want to burn a bridge with me to give more. I said, burn a bridge. What did she do that's a personal attack on you to where you would sever ties with Aisha? You know, so I just felt like to be that confident in your beef with somebody, and she's like,
yes.
I can't blame Carrie. I can't blame Carrie. My problem's with Aisha. She should respect me
Mhm.
more than to give this woman attention. And I said, oh, turn that up. Turn that all the way up.
Like, run it back again.
Yes.
Let's do
Mm,
it. No, it's just bless her heart, guys. Like, thank God we were gifted this person. Um,
mhm.
and I do wanna talk about this. The beads,
Are they
are they
working?
working?
It feels like they're working.
Yeah. I think it was just very confusing that all of a sudden it was all good.
Yeah.
And it felt because the only moment we kind of got was Captain Sandy being like, "Oh, are they working now?" And Bree being like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, it works really well." The only thing I would say is I wonder if Bree dropped off the correct clothes and we didn't get that, that part got edited out, and that's why
Mm.
Captain Sandy said that.
I don't know. It feels
Oh,
like they're working. I'm
yeah.
very happy for Bree because ain't no way likes to see somebody struggling with something that's seemingly so simple, right? And so if there's like a mental block or something that's like some other thing that's
Mhm.
hindering you from doing your work, I want you to be able to get it done, right?
Yeah.
I love that. But it would be funnier if it wasn't working. That
Yeah.
would be funnier. I think
That's
that
what
would be
I
so much funnier.
exactly.
You know,
I really wish that it didn't work. I'm not even joking.
right. Also, maybe just maybe the addition of Carrie doesn't hurt either because
That's what yes, correct.
she's not leaving the laundry to go help Ellie as much. You know what I'm
Her
saying? Now
train of
she's like,
thought is staying.
uh-huh. You
Yeah.
only gotta focus on this one thing. Don't
Mhm.
I don't care what the walkie-talkie says. If you stay in here and get this laundry done, she's not distracted by the Joe thing anymore, right? Carrie's here
Mhm.
now to do all the Ellie stuff. And she's got the beads. I think if you put all three of those things together, you might actually have somebody who's really good at this part of their job.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can give all the credit to the beads. It does look like she feels a lot more comfortable with them, though.
Mhm. And chat brings up, which that's crazy, is that, Megan says it, that anyone uncomfortable with the color coding, and she gave Jono. Me personally, I think that's hilarious.
I didn't even notice it. It to me,
Same.
I thought that she was
This is why
letting
we
them
have
choose
chat.
their colors.
Yeah, and
Because she was sitting
that's what
there.
Thundercats wish.
Yeah, I felt like she was letting them. But yeah, um,
Her and Jono are besties, so I just
yeah, she loves Jono. It might have been an inside joke. They love each other so much. And
the thing is we would call people out, like, and I feel like Jono's the type of person that'd be like, "So why am I brown?"
right. No, Sasha definitely is gonna say it, and so would I. We would both, even though we would just be joking for the most part, it would still be like, but
I
also
would
you
just
won't see
say this
this.
is something I noticed. Do I care?
Nah,
99% no.
but also I need to flag it a little bit. I definitely need to highlight what this is. What did you think
Yeah.
about Jono this episode?
Oh, yeah, he's really trying, right? His food, I think, was good. I
Mhm.
mean, and the guests, right? Like, they're there. They had a nice competitive little, um, race as well. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think Jono, for the most part, knows he effed up, and I think he's trying. And the food seems really good. I also like the service, right, where they did the everyone
the
gets served.
synchronized,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that was cool. But I think all of that is part of like Jono stepping up, and the desserts
Mhm.
look good, which was a
Yeah,
big thing.
he seemed like he did it really well. I'm glad you brought up the obstacle course because in order to get a big tip, you definitely want to let the guest win. Do you
Yes,
feel
yeah,
like the crew let the guest win?
I do because Asia almost knocked them out.
Yeah, she almost pushed that girl out into
Yeah.
water. She didn't care.
But outside of that, I feel like everyone else, they were like, "Oh, no, I fell. Oops."
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because I thought the edit did Joe so dirty.
It's
He
so bad.
so dirty. If he threw this competition, it made it look like he was trying his hardest and he just flopped and literally fell off of the
He
obstacle and bounced off of the other thing.
he was on Wipeout.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And
Oh
so
my
I was like,
god.
when it happened, I said, "Damn, Joe, they played in your face. They got you saying like, I'm competitive and I'm not gonna lose this."
No,
And blah 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 blah.
Nathan
Blah.
said he was competitive, right?
Yeah, well, they both. I think all of them did. I think
Yeah,
at
that's
one point
fair,
they were
that's
all
fair.
talking about it. But watching Joe fall, I feel like the show really tried to humble him in a way.
Yeah.
Like, all right, sir, you. It's like he felt like he got like a lot of things coming his way at the one
Mhm,
time, right? Like he
mhm.
got Gail. That's what it was. He was really talking about like this will be a good opportunity for me to step up and
Oh,
like get a
yeah.
lot more shine in this moment because I'm so good at these things. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And he's the one who falls. But again, if he threw it, then that makes more sense. I just prefer to believe that he
I'm
didn't.
'Cause it was so bad, like, they were so behind, and I don't understand how all of this kept happening. Cause I even said, "Oh, they're almost close, and now Joe's gonna go, you just know he's gonna kill it," and then he's like, "Boom, boom," just back.
Um, in interesting. In the chat, Kim says that
Yeah.
Carrie said on the after show that Ellie wasn't messing up on everything, that others were messing up. Ah, well, we know Bree was messing up for sure.
Yeah, we know Bree's
So
a hot mess.
so the question is, like, when she says others, she mean like Aesha was messing up, or maybe
Jono
Well, I
no,
mean, we
he's
know
not part of
Jono,
that. Yeah.
but even then, we know Jono was messing up. So
Mhm.
like
I
I
don't think
guess,
anyone's clean.
yeah, no, nobody was perfect
Yeah.
except for seemingly Carrie. We don't get any negative content about Carrie unless
Yes.
it's coming from Ellie.
But the new shiny toy.
Uh huh.
So I feel like that's why that's happening also. I mean, and we don't and she is good at her job, of course. But
Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, it was giving there, but either way, it's stressful, I feel. And I think that everyone is a mess.
Yeah.
And it including the Chiefs too. They like I feel like Aisha has moments managerially that she could do better. But listen, she
Mhm.
sat down for a meal for the first time. Hallelujah.
That was good. I think the MVP of this season, okay, chat, get
Mhm.
your tomatoes ready. Captain
Oh,
Sandy. Captain Sandy. Captain
yeah.
Sandy. I've been saying for season after season, like, I think y'all are too hard on the queen. And I think this season, I have very little complaints with the way she's handled things. She's been wanting to fire Jono and trying to fire him for weeks, but we haven't seen her like start acting cold toward him or anything like that. With Bree's
Mhm.
situation, I mean, she literally could not fire Bree, but she got her the tools that she needed to
Yeah.
do well. She's checking in. She made sure eventually that Aesha got to sit down and eat. Like she brought in the last stew that
Mhm.
they needed. Um, I'm sorry, my girl is about to get married, and we're gonna be there for the ceremony. Even though I guess Leah is coming during a charter, not quite sure how that's gonna work.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I feel, and you tell me, but I feel that the proposal is about to happen at the end of the next charter.
Oh, yeah.
But
So
I don't know.
so
Maybe I'm wrong.
well, they're gonna be at sea when she lands. And so
Yeah, like
so
I
when
think
they
she'll
come
probably
back
yeah.
after it's done, yeah.
Like
So we'll
she
probably
might be in a hotel until the next charter ends, basically.
yeah, and we'll probably
Maybe.
spend the finale doing the like ceremony and stuff.
Which would make
Um
sense, right? Yeah, they need something.
Yeah, I mean, it is not, and it's not like they're getting married, right? It's just a proposal, and so they just need to
Mhm.
spend some time going and making sure everything's set up. You'll see like Aisha running around, probably making sure everything's perfect,
Yeah.
and then yeah, I think they're gonna try to surprise Leah. I don't think she doesn't know that she's gonna get proposed to, so I think you spend the last episode after the charter really getting that
That's
lined up,
what
and I'm
I hope.
excited.
Yeah,
I'm
because I think
excited.
we'll get that. We'll get, like, obviously the fallout in these next 2 episodes from $16 Gate, and then we get a Joe and Carrie finally maybe hooking up and Bree and things are back.
Yeah,
So we'll see.
and on top of all that, we get some charter guests that we've had before. I remember them.
Yes, we've seen yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, do that's what I was gonna ask if you remember. So we've seen
Yes.
them. I'm excited. Let's hope that we get more drama because I
Yes.
miss Butter Knife Gate. I miss
Oh,
that
yeah. Yeah,
because they're
bring them back.
cool.
Yeah.
Bring them
Um,
back for a week at this point because good lord.
Sasha,
And
ha
yeah,
have
sorry.
you ever done a silent party?
Yes, yes, I have multiple times. I
How was that? I've never done it.
it's okay. I actually have hosted one on campus, at SF State.
Yeah.
So for Jewish Culture Week, actually, I had different stations playing like different types of Jewish music. So one was just Bollywood because I'm Indian Jewish, and then one was like all contemporary music. So with like Drake, what all these Jewish rap, like Jewish, like Pink, Drake, whatever.
Ching.
Yeah, any person that maybe had some Jewish in them, they were on that, and then, like, some calypso. Anyway, we had all this, like, silly music, so it's very silly, very funny. I don't hate silent discos because I like
Mhm.
to pick my own music, and sometimes I feel like I'm an old person, so my
Uh-huh.
music tastes haven't evolved.
Right. You're, like, setting your ways.
Yeah, so I feel like if I just get a good channel, I don't wanna share.
See, I didn't know how this worked because they had a
Yes.
DJ at theirs, and so the
Yeah, so
DJ
the
was selecting.
DJ yeah.
So they
Has
were all listening to
different
the same
channels.
music.
No, the DJ selects each channel. So
Oh,
there's like I don't know, it depends, right? Like I've been on a cruise where we had like 4 channels. What I have done, I think it's like I had Spotify playlists. So I needed like 4 phones, but each phone was connected to a different channel. But all the channels, like it's like Bluetooth are on your speaker.
gotcha.
So I think that's
Oh,
what the
okay.
DJ does. It'll be like, is this channel, this song working? Oh,
Oh, okay.
you're like a little bit of iPod.
Oh,
You
okay.
would
I've
be
seen
good
people.
at being that DJ.
Yeah, I'm about to. I've seen people do silent parties before.
Yeah,
I've just never been to one, so I didn't know like if
that's our
everybody was
theme
listening to the
party, got it.
same song. Yeah, yeah.
No,
Uh,
that's why there's different colors, so that's how you know who's listening to your station. So that's why you see
gotcha.
blue, red, green, whatever, right? So if you and
Mhm.
I are on blue, that means we're listening to the same song.
Okay, that's what I need to know.
Yeah,
Exactly. I need to know who
yeah,
I can go dance with. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
who on the
that's
same vibe as me. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
All right. I learned something new today.
Mhm. Yeah, so I don't know, like, they're very silly if you're on the outside, but yeah, I like Big T was saying, they can be very fun, but it's very awkward when you don't have 'em. When you're on the outside, it's a lot, but when you're in
Mm,
it, it's the most fun thing ever.
okay.
That's how I feel about silent discos. San Francisco used to have a lot of them, like, at Golden Gate Park, they used to just
Mhm.
be like, "Come by," and you just need a $5 deposit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then you
Kind
just
of
have to
dope.
give the headphone back and get your money. So it was really fun. I don't know. I enjoy them. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited for these new guests. Let's see. Hope they bring the drama. But with that, is there anything else, Chappelle, from this episode?
Did you get how much our tip was?
20,000.
Okay. Yeah. Not bad.
Mhm.
Um. So
Middle
no.
of the road? High
Yeah.
middle.
High middle, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this was good. We came in, there wasn't a ton that happened in the episode, but I
Mm-mm.
really think the most fun of Below Deck is always the relationships and kind of
Correct.
and they're so
Someone give
messy.
us a
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah, we got a relationships to analyze this time. So I think
Yes.
The Gael conversation is great with Joe and
Mhm.
Nathan. All of that stuff gave us so much. But then of course the breakout star of the season, who I did not expect, Ellie. Yeah, I had to give her what she deserves this time. That's how you demand.
Yep.
That's how you demand attention on a TV show. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like
Lamborghini, baby.
yeah, exactly. It's giving like New York from Flavor of Love vibes. Where I'm the main character. Why are y'all here?
Give it up, delicious.
Give it up, delicious. You look like a man. Like I feel like Ellie, she's
Yes.
like at the baby stages of that, and she needs to lean into it so that she can get more
That's
TV.
the thing. The worst thing that can happen is when villains don't lean into villains, and secondly, when fans can't handle good villains. So
Hmm.
y'all go to their Instagrams, whatever, and the annoying people are like, "You're the horrible." No,
Let them
it,
cook.
we need them. Otherwise, you're gonna be complaining how boring Below Deck is.
Right. We only shame the people who are actually hurting people. Like when
Correct.
they get on here and start doing
And
weird creep stuff, then we drag them to hell. Exactly.
correct. I'm with you on that, okay? So, yeah, don't be mean to Ellie because we
Mm.
enjoy this. Okay, she's a Lamborghini guy.
Yes. So good.
I love it. But yes, with that, we are done with our Below Deck wrap up for episode 15. Thank you, chat. Y'all were amazing this week, as always, but really this week. And if you're listening to us, we try to go live at 3 p.m. Eastern, but next week, because of work, it's me. We will be going live again at 4 p.m. Eastern. Apologies to everyone. It is here we are. So it's fine. I just hope y'all are okay with it. But that is our new time just for next week. And then we'll be, back to where we are. So if you're listening to us, join us on Facebook on the RHAP Podcast YouTube channel. And thank you everyone for listening. Chappelle, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Chappelle's_show, but you can find all the podcasting that I'm doing on my various different social medias. So at Nothing But RHAP is the Nothing But Netflix account where you'll see me and Rob talking about Netflix shows every week. We started Outlast last week, season 2 of Outlast, and so we're moving on to season 3. very soon. I'm sorry. See, when we're going to cover the rest of season 2. We already talked about the premiere, but we're going to cover the rest of it this week on the Nothing But Netflix podcast. So you have to follow at Nothing But RHAP to keep up with that on Twitter, or you can
I
subscribe to
need
Nothing But Netflix.
perfect couple coverage.
Oh yeah, we got to figure out how to get that one in there because
It's
I've seen the reviews.
it's
So good.
actually one of the best things I've watched on Netflix.
Yes. Okay, so I'll try to get that into the boss
Yeah,
man's ear
the
so we can talk
ending was
about perfect
meh,
couple.
but the whole show was so good.
Yes. Okay, cool. And so
Mhm.
more Nothing But Netflix coming your way.
Yeah.
Then of course you can catch me on my podcast at Recap Kickback on all social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You can go find us and all the things I'm talking about over there. Mari and I are still dropping weekly content. Puya and I just wrapped up season 3 of Bel Air. And so all of that content is on our YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to Recap Kickback by going to recapkickback.com/subscribe. And then, of course, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Chappell's_show.
Oh, Twitch.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
moving up.
this for us.
Yeah.
Perfect. And as for me, of course, I cover a pop culture. What's trending? We're talking about it over on Mess Magnets. So if you were wondering what happened with Ice Spice, hello, we covered it. And this week you're gonna get Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Some fun coverage. I love extreme conservative Christianity. Like I love talking about it. I find it very fascinating. So listen, let's get into these Mormon wives. All right. And I have a lot to say about their husbands. I'll tell you that. So check that out. That's gonna drop soon. And of course, Mike Bloom and I are talking to your favorite the reality TV stars about their favorite scripted shows. So check out We Know Scripted TV wherever you get your podcast. So because it's really fun, and we have a fun guest from The Amazing Race this week. So check that out. And for everything else I'm doing, just follow me on Twitter at funsize_04. Thank you everyone for listening. Bye.